In this week's Chaffle video, we're making chaffles using creamy dill Chèvre cheese. So let's get started. What's up everyone? Just Jason here. So for this week's Chaffle video, we are going to try using this Chèvre, I think it's how it's pronounced, creamy dill cheese. We're going to add it into just a basic chaffle mix with 2/3 of a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and 1 egg, as you can see here. And I've got about 1.5 tablespoons of this cheese. It's a fairly creamy cheese, but it's also a little bit crumbly, if you know what I mean. Now this is a very, let's say, pungent cheese, so if you don't like really strong flavors in cheese, this might not be for you. But if you enjoy these really deep flavored cheeses, you might want to give this a try. We're going to see how it works out in a chaffle recipe. I can't see how it would be bad. It's got sort of the consistency of cream cheese. So let's get set up and we'll start mixing these chaffles. Okay, so I've got the 1 egg, sorry about that, beaten up in a bowl here. So what we'll do is we'll add our mozzarella cheese in here. Now again, we're just sort of enhancing a basic chaffle recipe a little bit here tonight. I like to take my shredded mozzarella cheese and then chop it down as fine as possible, kind of thing. Makes it easier to mix in. And looking at this, we'll mix everything together. We may have to add a second egg just to make sure the mix isn't too dry once we've added in the Chèvre cheese. So we'll just dump that in there. And we'll try and sort of break this up so that it's well incorporated in the mix. Again, this has sort of, think of a dry or drier cream cheese consistency. And I can already smell the pungency of this cheese. Like I say, it's got a very strong flavor. So it's really going to add a real depth to these chaffles. And we might be all right for our mixture here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue mixing these up while the Dash Minis warm up, and then we'll cook these chaffles and see how they turn out. Okay, Dash Minis are warmed up here. These are actually the Dash Multi-Maker with the removable plates. I've got a review on these. I really do like these Dash Minis as my go-to these days. And as you can see here, hopefully you can see, this mix is really creamy from the cheese that we added. Again, this is a creamy dill Chèvre cheese that we're using this week. So we'll get this loaded into the waffle irons here. Should at least make us 2 chaffles, because that's sort of what you're going to get out of the base recipe with the 1 egg and 2/3 of a cup of shredded cheese, and then we just added a little bit more cheese, kind of thing. So they'll probably overflow and make a mess when I close these, but they'll still turn out good. So we'll cook these for 4 minutes or so, and we'll be back to give them a try. Okay, chaffles have been cooking for about 4 minutes, and as you can see, they are nicely done. Pretty crispy on the outside for just straight cheese and egg. So get this first one out here. You can see it looks pretty good on the outside. So we'll just set these aside on a wire rack to cool for a few minutes. Here's the second one here. And we'll come back and try these out and see how this Chèvre cheese worked out. Okay, so our chaffles have cooled down a bit. Now a little bit again about this cheese. This is an artisan cheese, and it's actually from a company that's local in Ontario here. I like to shop at stores that carry local products, and I would definitely suggest that everyone try and do that the best they can. So we've got the two chaffles here. They're nice and golden brown, and they're fairly crispy on the outside, but they look quite soft and creamy on the inside. So let's give this a try and see how they turned out. Yeah, so it's funny, the cheese, the chèvre cheese, if you just eat this straight, has a very strong, pungent taste. It's good, it tastes good, but if you don't, you know, it's one of those cheeses where if you don't like the really strong flavored cheese, you might not like it. But in the chaffles, it's not quite as strong. It doesn't come through as pungent as it does if you just eat it straight. So we've still got a great taste. Texture on the chaffles is really good too. So yeah, and this cheese is pretty good ingredients. Like I say, it's a locally made cheese. There's nothing weird in it as far as ingredients go. The creamy dill part, the dill doesn't come in super strong. So if you like dill, you might want to add some dill wheat or something like that to it as well, just to enhance the flavor. But overall, thumbs up for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, consider subscribing. We try and put out new recipe videos every week, and we also go live on Thursday nights as well. So that's about it for this recipe. We will see you on the next one. Keep on thriving, my friends.